welcome to today's class. We're not in my Singapore living room, so let's see how we do. A little bit of a different setup today. So I don't have any props. I am maybe at the end of class going to use a towel, so it could be any towel, or if you have a yoga blanket, that's perfectly fine. And of course, if you have props and you want to use them, also fine. So we're going to start in Vadrasana, seated on our heels. And you can rest the hands wherever you like. I have my palms on the tops of my thighs. Take a few moments to get settled on your mat. Begin to notice how the body moves with breath. And more importantly, what is the quality of the breath at this moment in time? And if needed, maybe smoothen the breath around the edges so that as you breathe in and out through the nose, be slow and steady and not getting stuck at any point. Okay, and then we're going to move right into a Kapalabhati breath practice. So if you're not practicing Kapalabhati, this could just stay with a slow and steady in and out through the nose. If you are doing Kapalabhati, interlace your fingers so the right pinky finger is down, and then push the palms forward for a moment. Really stretch the arms and move your thumbs and pinky fingers back towards your face as you push the palms forward. And then bring the arms up overhead. Try to get the upper arms in line with the ears. Don't let the head move forward. Take in a deep breath through the nose. Empty through the nose or mouth, and then a half breath in and begin your Kapalabhati breathing, short, sharp exhalations through the nose. Arms strong and start to slow it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then inhale and fill. Stay full. Draw the chin towards your chest in Jalandhara Bandha and move the arms further back in space while you keep pushing the palms up. And then lift your chin as you exhale. And then slowly bring the hands down the center line through Anjali Mudra. And then take your thumbs and stick your thumbs up into your armpits so the fingers will still point up towards the, I was going to say the ceiling, but it's actually the sky, your ceiling. And then lift the chest and find a little bit of a cow spine, a backward bend. And then exhale, round into cat, so you'll feel the armpits sort of collapse towards you. And then inhale, reach the armpits towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Exhale, around to cat. One more. Inhale, arch the spine, open the chest. Exhale, round to cat. Then inhale, return the spine to neutral. And then just start to twist towards the right. So you probably can't move too much. It's just from your spine. And then I want you to think about opening the right armpit a little bit more to the right and wrapping your left ribs around. and then inhale, come back to neutral. Release the hands, interlace your fingers, left pinky finger down. Push the palms forward, straighten the arms. Thumbs and pinky fingers move back towards your face. Inhale, bring the arms overhead into Virabhadrasana. Exhale, empty through the nose or mouth. And then half breath in, begin your second round of Kapalabhati. Slow it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty completely. Inhale, fill. Jalandhara Bandha, chin towards chest. Move the arms back in space. Stay full. And then when you need to exhale, just lift the chin slightly. Bring the hands down the center line into Anjali Mudra. Again, dig your thumbs into your armpits. Come right into the backward bend. Lift the chest up. Exhale, round to cat. Then you have 2 more cycles, cat, cow. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Then inhale, return to neutral. Let the chest move over to the left in your twist, and then widen your left ribs to the left. Your right ribs wrap around a little bit more to the right, and then think about that left armpit opening to the left. And then inhale, come back to neutral. Bring the arms out to the sides, and then very slowly, like you're really holding the energy and the space between the palms, start to bring your hands in. Slow, 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 slow. You're not even about halfway yet. Until you come into Anjali Mudra with the hands in front of the heart. And then we'll take 1 Om to formally begin our asana practice. Taking in breath. Okay, and then we'll meet in a downward facing dog. So as you wish to get there. And take a few breaths in downward facing dog. That was a long time in Vadrasana with the knees in flexion, so you might want to move around and bend one knee and then the other. And take a few breaths to really start to open up. And then come onto the hands and knees for a moment. Flip your right hand around so the fingers point directly back towards your knees. And then just make little circles to the right so you're gradually opening the right wrist. I'm going clockwise. And then go counterclockwise to the left. It doesn't really matter. Really anything as long as you feel a stretch in the right wrist and right forearm. Okay, and then replace the right hand to neutral, flip the left hand around, all fingers point back towards your knees. And again, start little circles. go the other way. Okay, and then replace the hand to neutral. Come back into Ardha Gomukhasana, into your downward facing dog. And then very slowly just walk to the top of your mat and come into Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Have a little bit of space between your feet. And then just fold for a moment. You can move the head from side to side. Feel the pillars of the legs very strong. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, and slowly, one vertebra at a time, round up to stand. And you'll find Tadasana, the top of the mat. Okay, interlace the hands so the right thumb is on top and the index fingers point up, and then bring the arms up overhead so the hands are in a little bit of a steeple. And then exhale, side bend to the right. And take a few breaths here to really work your left foot down into the floor, and then reach longer through your left side body. So the right side, right ribs are shortening as the left side is lengthening. And then inhale, come back up through neutral, and exhale over to the left. Try not to let the head move forward, so ears still in line with the upper arms. Okay, inhale, come back up to neutral. Exhale, bend your knees and reach the index fingers forward so you're long in the spine. And then slowly pick up your right foot and step it way back behind you into a low lunge. And exhale, release the back knee, release the toes. And then as you inhale, start to open the chest. Imagine that your thumbs are still in your armpits and reaching the chest up. And then as you breathe out, move the arms further back in space in line with the ears. Okay, on your next inhalation, release the fingers down. Just slide the bum back a little bit, flex the left foot, and then you'll fold really wherever you are. You could be sitting with the right bum on the right heel if that feels good, or not. It could be lifted. But try to come somewhere where you can feel a good stretch in the left hamstring, keeping the left foot flexed. Okay, inhale, come forward, tuck your right toes, come back into a low lunge. And then plant your right hand under the right shoulder, heel toe your left foot so the left toes point to the left side of the mat. You're on the outer edge of the right foot. And just take your left hand to your left hip for a moment and start to open into this modified side plank Vashistasana variation. And then take your left thumb into your left armpit and use the thumb to turn your armpit more towards the ceiling. And wrap the right ribs a little bit further around, so reminiscent of what we did when we were seated. Another breath here, turn and open, stay strong in the right leg. And then replace the left hand to the mat and step back, downward facing dog. Okay, inhale, come forward into plank pose, shoulders over the wrists. As you exhale, bend the knees to the right and move your bum back so you're in sort of a squat and stretching through the sides of the body. Inhale, come back to plank. Exhale, bend both knees to the left, sit your bum back, stretch long through the arms. And then inhale, come back to plank pose. Exhale, drop your knees, lower through a knees down chaturanga all the way to the floor. And then tops of the feet press. Inhale, slowly start to lift into a low cobra. And then you have a couple of breaths here. Keep working the legs nice and strong as you lift the upper back and chest. And then your next exhalation, release down. Inhale, knees down, plank, straighten your arms. And then tuck the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up, it's 3-point pose, the hips are square. Exhale, slowly step the right foot to the right thumb. Inhale, tap the back knee, open the chest just for a moment, passing through. And then exhale, step your left foot forward and fold Uttanasana. Inhale, bring the arms out and up. Ardha Namaskar. Exhale, hands down the center line. Okay, and then inhale, left thumb on top, index fingers point upward. Bring your arms overhead. As you exhale, side bend to the left. Just one breath this time. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend the knees, reach the index fingers forward. You're in a long spine. Pick up the left foot, step it way back into a low lunge. And then release your back knee, release the toes. And then as you inhale, start to open up the chest. Think about thumbs and armpits. And as you exhale, arms moving back in line with the ears. 2 more. And then on your next inhalation, release the fingertips down. Straighten your right leg, flex the right foot, and then you could either be sitting on the left heel, you could have the bum lifted. Just a couple breaths to stretch out the right hamstring. Okay, and then walk yourself forward, tuck your back toes, find low lunge, and then plant the left hand underneath the left shoulder, heel toe your right foot to the right. Be on the outer edge of the left foot, right hand starts at the right hip, and then take your right thumb into the right armpit and use the right thumb to pick up the right side of your body more and rotate. Left ribs wrap around. Stay strong in the left leg. Okay, and then release your right hand down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank pose, shoulders over the wrists, knees bend to the left, squat back, stretch through the side body. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, knees bend to the right, scoot yourself back. Inhale to plank pose, and then exhale, knees down, Chaturanga Dandasana, all the way to the floor. Tops of the feet press, inhale into low cobra, Bhujangasana. And then you have a couple of breaths here. Keep the legs strong, kneecaps lifted. See if you can lift a little bit higher through the chest and upper back. And then on your next exhalation, release the chest. Keep your knees down. Inhale, straighten the arms, knees down, plank. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Keep the hips closed. Exhale, left foot, left thumb tip. Tap the back knee, open the chest, just passing through for a breath. And then step the back foot forward and fold Uttanasana. Bring the arms out to the side to come up, palms press overhead, Ardha Namaskar. Exhale, hands down the center line. Okay, inhale, bring your arms overhead, and then bend your left elbow. Take your right hand to the top of the elbow so you're in a half of a Gomukhasana variation with the arms, and then slowly tip over to the right, and then you can start to turn your chest left side of the body a little bit more. So let's say a combination of a side bend and a backward bend, really stretching the left tricep, left side body. Okay, and then inhale, come back up to neutral. Keep the arm where it is. Bend your knees, extend the spine so the left elbow tip is reaching forward. Pick up your right foot, step it way back behind you into a low lunge. Release the back knee, release the toes. And then as you find Anjaneyasana, start to lift the head back into that left arm. So you're opening the whole front face of the body and also opening the left tricep. Inhale, frame the front foot. Scoot your bum back just for a moment. Straighten the left leg. And then inhale, come forward into a low lunge. Tuck the back toes. Plant your right hand, heel toe the left foot over to the left. One breath to find this modified side plank. Lift your left arm up. Exhale, left arm along the left ear. Inhale, left hand back to the floor, step back. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, knees to the right, squat back. And then from here, straighten your legs. They're going to be crossed. Find Vashistasana Modified with the feet. Right arm is up. And then exhale, right arm along the right ear. And then you have a few breaths here. So the right thumb is no longer in the right armpit, but imagine that it were. Keep opening the right side of the body and wrapping the left ribs around. One more breath here. And then inhale, come and find plank pose. Exhale, lower chandrasana all the way to the floor. That could also be with knees. Tops of the feet to the floor. Inhale into low cobra. Exhale, release down. And then inhale, lift your chest and your legs. Hands stay where they are, so you're in a modified Shalabhasana. Exhale, tuck your toes, keep the chest open, and then push yourself into plank pose. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. And then first kind of hip opening, bend the knee, open the right hip. See if you can feel, feels a bit like Artichondrasana. So the left leg is neutral and that right hip is opening. So the right knee lifts. Squeeze the right heel towards the right side. Take another breath. And then right foot to right thumb. Tap the back knee, open the chest. And then step the back foot forward to meet the front. Fold, Uttanasana. Bring the arms out and up. Press the palms overhead. And exhale, bring the hands down center. Okay, bring the arms up. Right elbow will bend, left hand to the top of the right elbow. Take in a breath here. Side bend over to the left. And then you can start to work a little bit of a backward bend. A little bit more side body opening. Stretching long through the armpit. Okay, inhale, come back up to neutral. Bend your knees, keep reaching the right elbow tip forward. Pick up your left foot, step it way back into a low lunge. Release the back knee, release the toes. And then start to open the front face of the chest. Keep pushing the head back into the right forearm. And then frame the front foot with both hands. Scoot your bum back, straighten the right leg, just passing through. Move yourself back into low lunge, tuck the back toes. Left hand is down, walk the right foot over to the right. Inhale, lift the right arm up, you're just passing through. Exhale, right arm along the right ear. And then plant the hands, step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, bend the knees to the left. And then straighten both legs, cross at the feet. You're on your right hand for Vashistasana. Left arm is up. And then bring the left arm along the left ear. And then again, keep turning the left ribs towards the ceiling. Move your head back in space a little bit and wrap the right ribs around. Then inhale, come into plank. Exhale, chandrasana all the way to the floor. Inhale, lift into a low cobra. Exhale, release down. Inhale, chest and legs for a modified Shalabhasana. And then tuck your toes, activate the legs, push yourself up to plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, bend the knee, open the hip. And then again, you have a few breaths. See if you can feel Artichondrasana in the right leg and also in the left hip. And then re-straighten the left leg. Step the left foot to the left thumb. Tap the back knee, open the chest. And then step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, bring the arms out and up. And exhale, find Tadasana, hands down the center line. If you enjoy Surya Namaskar A with the feet together, you can step the big toes to touch. And then just take a few breaths in Tadasana to re-ground and recalibrate. Inhale, bring the arms overhead, Ardha Namaskar. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, come out on the fingertips, prepare the spine, lengthen. And then bend the knees, plant the hands, either jump to chaturanga or step back and lower down. Inhale, could be upward dog, could be cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Bottom of your 5th breath, look forward, prepare. Bend the knees, hop or step the feet forward. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. You can invert the wrists. On empty, bring the arms back up overhead. Inhale at the top. And exhale, hands down the center line. One more together. Inhale, arms overhead, palms pressed. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, prepare the spine, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, jump to chaturanga or step back and lower down. Inhale into cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bottom of the 5th breath, look forward, prepare, bend the knees, hop or step the feet forward. Lengthen the spine, exhale, fold. On empty, bring the arms up overhead. Inhale and exhale, hands down the center line. Okay, you have 3 more Surya Namaskar A on your own. This could also be a rest, could also be anything else that you prefer, could be child's pose. So try to follow the sound of your breath. So really stay with the breath practice as a metronome. You should have about one more. Where you're resting, you could also be in a squat. Ready, we'll meet back at the top of the mat in Tadasana. And then bring your arms out to the side. Turn the thumbs down, and then if you can, take reverse prayer behind your back. If reverse prayer is too much with the palms pressing together, one hand to each elbow could work, or you could interlace the hands behind your back. Take a moment to inhale, broaden across the chest, so think about lifting the armpits, but move the forearms and the elbow tips back in space. Take another inhalation. As you exhale, bend the knees, sit into Uttanasana, but keep the reverse prayer. Inhale, take another breath here, lift the chest a little bit higher, push the thumbs together, and then as you exhale, straighten the legs and fold, and then interlace the hands so right thumb is over the left, and you have the hands in Yoga Mudra. And then inhale, bend the knees, bring the chest forward. As you exhale, draw the right knee to the chest, keep the chest open. Inhale, pass through Warrior Three, so you're just gonna straighten the leg and reach the chest forward, and then exhale, big step back to low lunge. Inhale, bring your chest up, high lunge. Exhale, hover the back knee towards the floor so let it bend generously. Inhale, re-straighten the back leg, lift the arms up, and then exhale, open, Warrior Two. Inhale, straighten your left leg, you're moving on the half breath cycle. Exhale, just tip down into Trikonasana, you're passing through, so don't get stuck. Inhale, come all the way up, and then as you exhale, reverse triangle. Stay in reverse triangle, inhale, left knee bends, so you're in reverse warrior, and then exhale, any variation of Parshvakonasana, side angle, passing through. Inhale, frame the front foot, low lunge, and then step the back foot forward to meet the front, fold. Inhale, Uttanasana, bring the arms up, and then exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, bring the arms out to the sides. Turn the thumbs down. As you exhale, find reverse prayer behind the back. Inhale, broaden across the chest, move the elbow tips back. Exhale, sit, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the chest a little bit higher, and then exhale, fold over the legs, interlace the hands, left thumb is over right, stretch the shoulders. Inhale, bend the knees, bring the chest forward. Exhale, left knee draws towards the chest. Inhale, pass through Warrior Three, straighten the left leg, And then exhale, big step back with the left foot for high lunge. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hover the back knee. Inhale, re-straighten the left leg, lift the arms up. Exhale, open, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your right leg, pick up both hip points. Exhale, just tip into Trikonasana, passing through. Inhale, straighten up all the way. And then exhale, reverse Trikonasana. Inhale, bend your right knee, you're in reverse warrior. And then exhale, any variation of Parshvakonasana, side angle. Inhale, frame the front foot, low lunge. Step the back foot forward, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Utkatasana, reach the arms up. And then exhale, stand, Tadasana. One more time, right, left. Inhale, arms to the side. Exhale, reverse warrior, reverse prayer behind your back. Inhale, broaden across the chest and collarbones. Exhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Inhale, lift the chest a little bit higher. Exhale, forward fold, interlace the hands, right thumb over left. Inhale, bend the knees, move the chest forward. Exhale, right knee in towards the chest. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, big step back with the lunge. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hover the back knee. Inhale, straighten your back leg, lift the arms. Exhale, open, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, reverse Trikonasana. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend the left knee. Exhale, any variation, side angle. Inhale, frame the front foot, low lunge. Step the back foot forward, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Okay, I'll start you on the left side and then you'll do it on your own. Inhale, arms to the side. Exhale, reverse prayer behind the back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold, interlace the hands, left thumb over right, Yoga Mudra. Bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, draw your left knee towards the chest. Okay, keep it going on your own. You're starting with warrior three. Find Tadasana at the top of the mat once again. Close your eyes and just follow your breath for a couple of moments. Okay, and then once again, reach the arms out, turn the thumbs in. Find reverse prayer behind the back. So it starts the same. Inhale, broaden across the chest and collarbones. Exhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, sink about halfway. Draw your right knee in towards the chest. And then start to transition into warrior three. And then stay there. So if you have reverse prayer, press the thumbs together. Keep broadening across the chest and lifting the tips of the elbows. Otherwise, you could have any variation with the hands or arms. Okay, and then release your left hand and place it on the floor like you would for Artichondrasana. see if you can thread your right hand to your left hip and then start to open into Artichondrasana. So you have the binding of the arm. So again, right hand to the haunch of the left hip. I'm going to point my right toes for today. That's feeling good for me. And then remember the right thumb and the right armpit and see if you can turn it more towards the ceiling as you wrap the left ribs around. Okay, look down at the floor, bend the left knee, step back and find reverse warrior. You still have the binding of that right hand to left hip, so use the hand to push it down. And then any variation of side angle. So this could be the half bind that you're already in. You could try to reach the fingers to the inner left thigh. You could full bind if you're feeling like that's a good idea for you. Try to lean back a little bit more. Think about the back of the head moving to the space behind you. Okay, and then slowly undo the right arm if it's there. Maybe you circle it up and then down to frame the front foot and step back, downward facing dog. Okay, inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, bend the knees to the right. And then straighten both legs, come out on the left hand for Vashistasana. Still have it like scissored. And then bend the right elbow like it's the top arm of Gomukasana and move the head back into the forearm as you turn the right ribs open. Okay, and then straighten the right arm, come into plank pose, and then lower yourself all the way to the floor. Okay, inhale, lift into low cobra. Exhale, release down. And then inhale, legs and chest for modified Shalabhasana. Exhale, tuck the toes, activate the legs, push yourself up through plank, and exhale into downward facing dog. Okay, bottom of the breath, look forward, prepare, hop or step the feet forward, lengthen the spine, and fold. And then inhale, Uttanasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Okay, inhale, bring your arms out to the sides. Exhale, reverse prayer. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, open the chest a little bit more. And then exhale, come about halfway. Pick up your left knee towards the chest. And then start to unravel and extend into Virabhadrasana Three. If you have the arms in prayer, press the thumbs together, lift the tips of the elbows a little bit more. Otherwise, you could do anything you like with the arms. Okay, place your right hand down on the floor. Hook your left hand into the haunch of the right hip, and then start to open into Artichondrasana with the bind. Again, I'm pointing my foot for today, but it certainly doesn't need to be pointed. And then imagine left thumb and left armpit, turn it open, wrap the right ribs a little bit further forward. Look down at the floor, bend the right knee, step back. Don't fall, find reverse warrior with the bind. Use your left hand to push your right hip a little bit further down. And then any variation, Artichondrasana again, I'm sort of wrapping my fingers into my inner right thigh. You could take the full bind. Move your head back in space. step back, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees to the left. Straighten your right leg, straighten your left leg, scissor the legs. And then top arm, left arm is like Gomukasana. Push the head back into the left forearm. Turn and open the left ribs. And then we straighten the left arm. Come to plank. Last vinyasa here, all the way to the floor. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, chest and legs, modified Shalabhasana. Exhale, tuck the toes, power the legs, push yourself up through plank. And then exhale into downward facing dog. A few breaths here. Just gonna check the time. Bottom of the breath, look forward, prepare, hopper, step the feet forward. Lengthen the spine and fold. Then finish the cycle, bending the knees, bringing the arms up. Uttanasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Okay, I'm gonna step wide on the mat, so it doesn't matter which direction. So feet parallel and wide, take your hands to the hips, and then fold forward. So you're in Prasarita Padottanasana. And then you have, let's say about 8 to 10 breaths here. So you could go upside down, you could interlace the hands or take any arm variation in the forward bend. I'm gonna do about 4 to 5 breaths in Skandasana on each side. So bending my right knee and straightening my left leg, and then vice versa. So your time, as you wish. Take about 2 more breaths wherever you are. And then just walk yourself around into a low lunge. Step back into a plank, lower the knees, and then we'll meet in an extended child's pose. So take your time getting there. Okay, and then I like to enter Gomukasana from my hands and knees. So I'm gonna slide my right knee and shin forward. I'm gonna cross my left thigh deeply behind my right. Feet come out a little bit, and then I'll sit back in between my heels. And if you need a little bit of padding, you could use the towel, or if you have a block, great. And then just take a couple moments with Gomukasana in the legs. So we didn't do a whole lot of hip opening. So if it's too much, you could certainly straighten the left leg and just have the right knee in half Gomukasana, or again, sit up on some padding. And then lift your left arm, bend the left elbow, and use again your right hand to left elbow back in space. And then if you can, you'll bring your right arm out to the right, turn the thumb down, wrap the arm up the back behind you, and see if you can make the union of the hands in Gomukasana. And take a little finagling. And then you could stay upright, you could fold forward, you could take a side bend here, might be really nice. Any combination of those things. And then of course if you don't have the arm variation, you could have your hands on the floor, you could be folding forward. Ready, just release the arms. Stay in Gomukhasana with the legs. And then you'll keep Gomukhasana with the legs. Come forward. So again, I just need to shift myself on my mat a little bit. Sorry, I didn't set that up properly. So you want your knees really at the middle of the mat. And then you'll come and prepare the arms for headstand. If you're practicing headstand, if not, you'll modify accordingly. Top of the head to the floor. My knees and legs are really still in Gomukasana. Tuck the toes, scoot your feet in a little bit, and then see if you can come up to headstand with Gomukasana in the legs. You have a few breaths like that. And then eventually you can straighten the legs and uncross them. And try to find the body in neutral. And it's not a long hold today, so when you're ready, slowly start to release down. I'm going to go through bent knees for today, but it could be straight legs, it could be one leg at a time. And then when you come down, just pause for a few moments. Then we'll come and switch sides. So again, set up properly this time with my poor instructions last time. So more in the middle of the mat, left knee, left shin forward, right thigh behind the left, feet open out, and then you'll come and sit down for Gomukasana on the other side. And again, just take a couple of breaths here to observe and feel. Maybe one side is very different than the other. Then bring your right arm up, bend at the right elbow, move the head back in space into the forearm. And if you want to take the full bind, left arm out to the left, thumb down, bring the hand up the back. So reminiscent of that Shima Namaskar reverse prayer we were doing. Maybe you make the union, and then again, you have a few breaths. It could be a side bend, it could be a forward fold, you could just stay upright. arms. Give yourself again a couple of moments to digest what just happened. And then if you're doing headstand, you'll come forward, keep the knees and thighs crossed, set up the arms for headstand. Place the top of the head on the floor, tuck your toes, knees are still bent and crossed. You walk your feet in a little bit, and then see if you can come up with Gomukasana legs first. And then straighten your legs, uncross them, find neutral. Again, not a long hold, so start to make your way down. And then once you come down, if you like the counter pose with the chin resting in the hands, stretching the neck, it's always a nice one. And then you're gonna take your last pose and or let's say last sort of active pose, and I'm gonna suggest a wide straddle, Virabhadrasana. That's what is appealing to me today. You can do anything else, of course. And I'm just gonna use my little towel. So I didn't show it at the beginning of class, but it's really just like a normal bathroom old towel. And I've folded it once, so it's like a little tube, and then I've just made a little short bolster. And if you have a yoga blanket, you could of course use that. If you have blocks, also fine. Just to have a little bit of extra support for the low belly here. So find something that's appealing to you. Close your practice. Of course, if you have more time, you could do a more active back bending practice. You could twist. And then if you're still doing something else, just don't worry about what's happening. I'm gonna set up for relaxation, and I'm going to suggest taking this little tiny bolster slash towel behind your upper back. So I just have it under my spine and shoulders so the head is tipping back, and I'm going to cactus my arms so I'm getting a stretch across the chest and a back bend and a throat opener. Reset a little bit of that headstand. Of course, if you don't want to be in the back bend, if you prefer to just be in corpse pose, or you're still journeying along in your practice, that's perfectly fine. You are joining me. A few breaths to feel the broadness across the chest and heart. And relaxation for as much time as you like. You have the time to take it. Thank you so much for practicing with me, even in this strange outdoor setup. There's a leaf in my hair. Sending you all lots of love.